You right?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Vietnam.
Sweet. Ready?
Yes.
Let's go. Two flights and a bus and then a taxi ride. We're finally in Ho Chi Minh City, aka Saigon. We are knackered. We've been traveling for about 24 hours straight. The layover between, so we went from Gatwick to Istanbul and then Istanbul to Vietnam, to Ho Chi Minh. And yeah, and it's now 5:30. We're gonna see if we can sneak in about an hour's sleep and then we're gonna go meet the squad. So we're sort of traveling with like a group of people. I mean, there's about 17 of us. And yeah, so we're traveling from the south of Vietnam, so we're in Ho Chi Minh today, and then over the course of 17 days, we're gonna make our way up north to Hanoi. After a quick nap, we met a group and tour guide and traveled across the city in a taxi to our first stop, the War Remnants Museum. We first looked at the displays to see how the prisoners of war were treated. In these prisons, their ankles were shackled to concrete beds in concrete boxes, deprived of food and water in the scorching heat. Another method of torture are these tiger cages, for example, a barbed wire box that you can't even sit up in. Next, we looked at a lot of the weapons used during the Vietnam War. There's different types of explosive ordnance such as grenades and mines, and then there's the pistols and rifles used like the M16, grenade launchers, light machine guns, and even a bazooka. Outside they've got like a load of jets and tanks, etc., helicopters, and then inside they've got as each section tells like a bit of a story, so it dates back to like when the French were first there, Indochina, and then talks about like war crimes and Agent Orange and all like the troubles that caused. But yeah, this is a really cool place. After the War Museum, we walked across the city to take a look at some of its famous landmarks, such as Independence Palace, where the Vietnam War was ended, Notre Dame Cathedral of Saigon, and the Central Post Office. Then we headed to a food court to try a few of the local dishes before heading into a very busy indoor market, with narrow walkways and someone trying to sell you something around every corner. However, I can guarantee you didn't buy anything from here. Later that afternoon we caught a luxury sleeper bus to make the 5-hour trip to Mui Ne. This is where we're living for the next 2 days. I think we hit the jackpot with this one. We've got like the family suite. This is room number 1, ground floor. This is a dream. Lounge area, 2 massive double beds. You're looking pretty chill. This is cool as hell. Going to the bathroom. It's just like a big wet room. Everyone's like coming around because our place is so big.
What the hell?
This is a dream. Massive fan, wooden beams.
Yeah, you can literally do stuff. No.
We're going outside. Straight out onto a pool. It's so like tropical. It's as cool as that.
I wonder why you guys have been mosquito nets.
Look at that.
You hope it works though. Didn't you get a mosquito?
We have, yeah. We've got mosquito nets.
I already got bitten by one in here. We've been here for like 2 minutes.
You've been bitten?
Yeah. We don't know if it was.
Getting bitten by mosquitoes is a recurring theme on this trip. But as we were getting settled and had a couple of drinks, they brought out a birthday cake, which was a nice touch. Finished there for day 2. Time for bed. It's 1:30, I think. So that means back home it's... What's the time? back home?
5:30.
5:30. And obviously we travelled on the sleeper bus and I had a nap then, so I'm not feeling too tired. But anyway, I'm probably still a bit jet lagged from the plane, so gonna go to sleep now. And then, yeah, we are heading off for our tour until 1:30 tomorrow. So we've got a morning to go down to the beach because we're very close to a beach. Either go to the beach, check out the market, or just spend time by the pool. Not too sure yet. But anyway, see you tomorrow. A few of us have decided to wake up at 5:30 to come see the sunrise at 6. And it looks amazing. That way. When we look this way, there's a lot of like development going on. But we've still got a couple of more minutes to wait. Work it, work it, work it for the camera. That was very nice, but I think I've got a couple of hours of sleep left in me. I think we got in after the sunrise about just after 6. So we've slept all the time. Everyone's out, everyone's in the pool, everyone's been to the beach, market, had breakfast. It's nearly lunchtime. We've just woken up, so we need to get ready. Dragon fruit smoothie. What have you got? Watermelon. You know what's happening. After quad biking, we then made our way to some smaller sand dunes to do a bit of sandboarding, stopping to look at some dragon fruit along the way.
Failed first attempt.
Oh, that was sick. Sandboarding was fun, but those quad bikes. Tash, what do you reckon?
Very good, very good.
I thought it was amazing. Like there was one bit when, I'll play it now, where the quad bike sort of, it went on the lean and to the right, and I thought we were gonna topple over. Like, so we were like following like everyone else, like the tracks for the most part. And then, yeah, he goes off, and instead of following the ridge line, he just goes down it to the right, and that was nuts. It was sick, but it was nuts.
Christ.
So because we got up so late, oh, needs to open properly. Because we got up so what's the time?
No.
Where's my phone? Oh, I'll check your phone. Yeah, it's 6:15, and what, we woke up at 11:30, but so before we left, we've only had we've just had a pancake each all day, so we're absolutely starving. So, shower, food. After eating, we left Mui Ne in Phan Thiet to take the 6-hour sleeper bus ride to Nha Trang. Alright, so we just arrived at our new hotel, so we're only staying here for one night. And then do you remember where we are going tomorrow? Anyway, I don't know where we're going tomorrow. Like, we're going another 2 hours. So that was a how long was that? That was like a 5-6 hour bus ride. We got to be up early tomorrow, and it's going to be a day full of activities. So I'm looking forward to that. And then yeah, downstairs for dinner at 15. So we've had a pretty chill first half of the day. We've played volleyball, we've been in the pool, we've had a couple of drinks, played some basketball, and now we're on our way to a jungle trek, and we're currently surrounded just by mountains. It all looks pretty epic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Something like Jurassic Park. Yeah, I think they said, what does it take? How long to get there? 45 minutes to get there?
Yeah.
So we've got a 45-minute hike to get into the jungle. And then I think there's a bit of spring that we can like dive into.
There are no spiders in this place.
Oh, can you hear that? It's coming from the canopy. Lots of bugs. Beer yoga. That's a new one. That's funny. Got us in all kinds of like positions. It's mad. Anyway, look at this view. It's so calm right now. Right, after we've been chilling all day, there's going to be a big party, so Tash and I are going to have a shower, and then they brought in like a lot of like DJ equipment and that, so I think it's going to be a mad one on the beach. Alright, time to go. It's what are we on, day 7? Day 7, it's a Saturday, 2 PM, and it's hot. Yeah, so we've been at NINHVANA for the past 2 days, 2 nights, yeah. And now we've got a 2-hour bus ride back to Nha Trang, and then we've got an 8-hour bus ride to, where are we off to? Hoi An, yeah. After NINHVANA, we got on a sleeper bus and took the 10-hour trip to Hoi An. This is what 10 hours on a bus looks like. I'm knackered. It's about 7 just passed. We're gonna go get coffee. But I am cream crackered, so see you in a bit. After coffee, we headed into town to try a lantern making class.
Good. This one.
We then had the opportunity to go to a tailor's to get custom made clothes.
Maybe like a navy.
Morning, it's Monday, so that makes it day 9. We've had a really chilled morning. We needed that sleep, especially after that 10-hour bus ride. That was a killer. And then, so like yesterday was just a day continuously. I managed to get a nap in, but I needed that sleep last night. And now we're about to go explore Hoi An on some bikes. And then after we do that, we're going to be going down this coconut river in basket boats. Yeah.
Very friendly. You can get closer. Sorry? Yeah, you can touch. You can touch. You can kiss.
Yeah, I kiss.
He's a boy.
I kind of want to do it just for the picture.
He like licking.
I'll give him a kiss.
Licking lady. Like that. Yes. Lucky boy. Don't touch his hole.
It's totally into it too. It's like, yeah, rub me there.
Open Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선어해. 바람이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선어해. 그런 Gangnam Sexy lady. 오빤 Gangnam Style. 오빤 Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. 오빤 Gangnam Style. 게 보이지만 볼 땐 노는 여자. 이때다 싶으면 뭐다 이상한 여자. 그런가 약적인 여자.
We are just gonna, so we've all got a free afternoon now, so some people in the group have had like clothes made, so they've gone to their tailors to go get their like final adjustments, which is pretty cool. I don't need anything. Tash was looking at a dress but decided not. So yeah, so we're just gonna go spend some time at the pool, at the hotel's pool. It's just a little one, but yeah, just pull up a deck chair and read our Kindles for a bit. After a relaxing afternoon and a quick dip in the pool, we then made our way into town as a group for dinner before heading for a night out. We went to bed about midnight last night, which is a lot earlier than most people. I talked to people downstairs at breakfast and they got in about 2. And we're doing the Hoi An Pass today. So open top jeeps around some like really scenic roads, which is really cool. Bless you. But, so yeah, open top jeeps, but it was raining 2 seconds ago. I looked at the weather and it said it is sunny with a bit of cloud, but fingers crossed it doesn't rain, because that would not be great, obviously. Back in the jeep. Was it the Hoi An Pass?
Hoi An.
Hoi An Pass. Tash is going in the front.
I'm sorry, I'm just like, your hair looks so cute. I love it.
Emma braided Tash's hair. So that was sick. And now we're at a beach and we've all just ordered lunch, but it's not going to be ready for like half an hour. So now we're all at this beach and we're all going to go for a swim. So yeah, that was about a 60-mile trip in the jeeps. That was cool. There was obviously some amazing views, and I caught a lot of the good stuff on the GoPro. What else? Yeah, so we're in Hoi. I'm gonna pronounce it Hoi, and we're just letting some of our clothes dry before we get a iced coffee. We're gonna go into town, check it out before we head out to dinner about 7. It's about 4 now. So the rest of the evening is just to chill for us, and then tomorrow we're checking out the Imperial Palace, which I believe we've got to cover up for, like cover our knees and our shoulders and stuff like that, which is fair enough. And we have a cooking class, which should be very interesting because the food out here is tasty AF. So if we can learn to cook some like Vietnamese dishes, that'd be brilliant. Like what do we have? Some of like the pork hot pots and the pork. Like, the pork is delicious. I don't know how they do it. What was it? The pork hot pot and the pork clay pot. So if that's something that we can learn to cook, then winner. MasterChef Vietnam edition. We're learning how to make heo koto, which means pork clay pots, caramelized pork. Heo koto. Yeah.
One.
Maybe more sugar?
So normally
More?
caramelize this.
Well, this one we're gonna heat it up later, so don't worry about it.
So that was the pork clay pot, and now we're making spring rolls.
Mix the mushroom with the meat and stir together. Would you still be able to make the salad? So just one thing about the first dish is you can make the caramelized chicken, caramelized fish. So mix.
Next.
We need to feed your guide as well. But you know what I mean, right? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not spicy.
Oh, there's rice there. Yeah, does everyone get rice?
What? This is so good.
Yeah. Oh, I love the pork.
Oh my god, I tried the green one.
Alright, cooking class over, and now we're going to the Imperial City, which is why we're both wearing like trousers and that, because you've got to like cover up your knees and your shoulders. Otherwise we'll be in shorts and t-shirt. Weren't allowed to film in the Imperial City, but when you go in there's like a really cool like couple of steps, and then it's just like a big golden chair like right in the middle, which is pretty cool. And now we're going out into the, I think it's called the Forbidden City. Ooh.
Dạ. Này ký giấy chưa? Hả? Thấy ngày nào ký giấy chưa? Mua vé đó chứ. Fucking hell. That's just a branch.
I got that on camera.
Do you want me to ask you?
Just to let you know, I don't like water that I don't see what's underneath me. So
swim.
That's so cute.
Oh, this is horrible. I'm just taking it.
Oh fuck, that's high.
okay, now please hold this and sit down. You can check. Hold one.
Yep.
Right here, better. Ready?
Come on, Tash.
Getting colder and colder as we go deeper.
Come on, Tash.
I'm coming. I'll wait for ages anyway.
You good? Everyone's sending their light off. Oh shit. Just hold it. Just hold it. Turn your light off.
Oh my god.
Yeah, turn it up so it's always hard.
Job done.
Job well done, guys.
Who wrote that? Smile. Nice.
I'm so sorry for honestly so terrible. Probably have egg in your eyes. Yeah, I know he will. I'm like, no. Definitely.
Christ, I can't get my balance. There we go.
He's hanging on this station and he's dancing and he jumps to
Do you want me to film you guys?
Maybe, yeah.
Solid. Count down. 1, 2, 3. I'm scared to go on this one. Shit, I'm nervous.
You can. 1, 2, 3, go!
Are you holding the GoPro?
Yeah. Hold on. I need to like... That was... Fuck. Oh, get out of the way. Woo!
graceful as the last time. Yeah.
Wait, you could probably just jump off if you want it.
Yeah.
Recommendations, it's kind of like a plastic thing, so just open your legs a little bit as you're going down onto the mat. So as in, don't put them together because I caught my toe in it and hurt. Not like massively.
Just raise your legs.
Yeah.
You got it.
You're good.
Honestly, you'll be fine.
Do you want to count down?
Go just before
Or
you hit
just
the
cross
edge.
your legs. Some people do.
Do you want to count down?
Yeah.
3.
Okay, are you ready, Sean?
Slow.
Slow as fuck. Yeah, I pushed. Yeah, I pushed off around a bit quicker.
So you don't look fucking very fast actually.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's high. Push slow.
Oh.
You can't do that.
No. Keep going. Keep going. That's it.
Oh. Oh, you got to climb up there. All right, hold on. Yeah. Fuck. Try it. No. No.
Oh, my bad. Oh shit.
Go on.
It's not gonna work. How hard to hold on to that rope?
Fuck.
Yeah, I got that one.
Huh? Yeah, go, climb. Climb! Jump.
You got it.
So we just finished the adventure park, which was sick. It's surrounded by amazing mountains and it was sick. And then we've just had lunch and now we're gonna go get some ducks. random, but see what happens.
Are you ready, guys?
Alright, let's go see the ducks.
We're going to start the spear now. Get in the line. Okay, now pay attention and watch. You're going to be a duck leader or no? You pay attention, yeah? The whole time you flesh around, but then now you
This is the weirdest thing.
What is going on? I've done this before.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack.
No hand, yeah. 1, 2. Oh, good job, Jim.
Thank you. This is the weirdest thing.
Okay, I'm trying to walk.
Yeah, right? Right, go, let go.
Jokes. It's got my toe. You bastard! Ah! I'm gonna put my foot down there. Look, there's nothing left.
1, 2, 3, go up! One more down, one more down.
I ain't got no more. Back on a sleeper bus.
I'm like, get it all in.
Just getting ready to go. It's about 9 hours until Hanoi.
Living your commentary column.
They love it. Say hi.
Hi. You're not even facing them. I want to start.
Hey.
Alright, go for it.
Yeah.
Ella, this one's quite sick. What's the alcohol?
They're not as fun, these buses, as you might think. It gets old real quick. Luckily there's enough room for me, I'm quite long. And a real good thing is that we actually have, you can't see it, it's a toilet on this one. Which usually, I'm happy with that basically. Not too much filming today. So we're in Hanoi after, what was that, a 9-hour bus ride?
Yeah.
So we had the 9-hour bus ride. And then we came to Hanoi and then we took our bags at like this hotel. And then we had to sleep for, I think, 5 hours at another hotel because the hotel we were at, their rooms weren't prepared or whatever. And then yeah, so we had egg coffee, which was actually delicious. Who knew? And then we walked around the market for a bit. Obviously, they rarely have supermarkets over it, so it's usually markets, and we saw some weird and wonderful things like frogs and turtles. All caged up, which was a bit, but you know, that's how they do things over it. And yeah, so we're now at this hotel, and we've just got time to kill now, so it's just, we can explore the city more if we want to, but we need a shower, so we're gonna do that. And then tomorrow, we get up very early because we're going to Castaway, which is like similar to NINHVANA, what we did before. It was all like activities, etc. In Halong Bay, so it's going to be sick. All right, what a palaver this has turned out to be. So, towards the end of our holiday, so we're in Hanoi, in the north of Vietnam, which is towards the end of our holiday. Like the last 4 or 5 days. And we were supposed to go to Halong Bay to go to Castaways Island, which is sort of like a backpackers thing where, you know, you've got all your water sports and climbing, parties, and it's one of them. Like, similar to like NINHVANA. And so we woke up, we had to get up this morning, what time was it? It was 6, we set an alarm for 6 and we had to get out for 6:45, so then we could basically make our way to Halong Bay, which was a good 4 hours away. So we had to get like a bus, a boat, a bus, and then another boat. And anyway, so we did this fat journey, and we were all excited, and it was going to be sick. And then we had to wait for ages, and we were questioning why. And then eventually we got the news that 2 girls on the islands had been found positive for coronavirus. Sick. So they were on a flight. So there was this woman, so rewind, there was this woman who, to avoid quarantine or something, she was a Vietnamese woman. She flew from Vietnam to London, London to Paris, Paris back to London, then London to Vietnam to avoid, so she was sick, she knew she was sick, she sort of like lied about her health, and to avoid getting checked, she, instead of just flying straight here too, she did a little detour and made her way back to Vietnam. So the authorities are searching for everyone on that flight and they found like half of them to quarantine them, and it's like 2 weeks. You have to not do anything, you have to stay where you are for 2 weeks. And for these girls, they were on that flight. So they, were found positive for coronavirus. Yeah, that basically means we travelled all that way for nothing, and now we've travelled all that way back. So yeah, we got up at 6, it's now 5:45. It's nearly been 12 hours of just like non-stop travelling with like a bit of food like in between. We're sweaty, just feeling rough. And yeah, so instead of spending 2 days living it up like we were supposed to, we are now, well, at least we've got the hotel for the next couple of nights. So we've got the hotel basically now until we go, which is good. But, so that was through True Travel, but the actual hostel company that organised this trip have said that they're not going to be given a refund, but they will write the insurance letter for us to talk to our insurer to get our refund through that way. So it's just a massive faff, massive disappointment, and yeah. So basically, we need to find things. I'm sure our guide will sort us out, but we now need to like fill 3-4 days worth of activities, which was supposed to be water sports, you know, all that great stuff. And that was like one of the highlights of the trip for us. The real selling point for us to come to Vietnam was to go to Halong Bay and do all of this cool stuff. So yeah, bummer. Still just chilling in Hanoi, which is in the north of Vietnam. So still in Hanoi, I'm just chilling in the hotel room. Not much to do. I could go out and explore the city, but yeah, I've been out a couple of times now, and it's I don't want to stray too far from the hotel, and I've sort of like seen all the main things. But yeah, just literally chilling on the phone, sort of like waiting to go home now. We did have so yesterday, so even though our trip to Halong Bay, like Castaways Island, was cancelled, which was obviously not great, instead our tour operator sort of suggested us going to Ninh Binh. I think that's how you pronounce it, Ninh Binh. And you know, we could go hiking and kayaking, and I think we could take like a boat trip around Halong Bay, and that would have been about $90, I think. And we were like, okay, like fair enough, it's not the end of the world that we couldn't go to Halong Bay Castaways, but we'll just do this trip instead. And even though it's not included in the tour and we have to pay extra, with, you know, whilst we're here, like whatever, just accept it and then just do the tour, go on the hike. And it's a day well spent. And then we woke up this morning to a message saying that Ninh Binh and a couple of hostels in that area have been quarantined due to coronavirus. So yeah, rubbish. And they advised us not to do the tour. So instead, we've just been stuck at the hotel. Tash is out and about. She's out and about with some of the group. Don't know what she's doing, just exploring the city. I can't be bothered, to be honest. So yeah, I'm literally just chilling here in the hotel room, watching YouTube, Amazon Prime, and yeah, just wasting time really. We've got until, yeah, I think tomorrow evening. Our flight's at 9:30. Go back to the UK. But yeah, the coronavirus is getting pretty, they're taking it like quite seriously here in Vietnam, even though I think back home, back in the UK, there's a reported 200 cases. Like in Vietnam, it's like, I think 20. But like, they're taking it like quite seriously. So a lot of the European countries like Italy, Spain, Germany, for example, they're not even allowed into Vietnam. They're not even issuing visas anymore, so they're not even allowed into the country. UK is still allowed in Vietnam, but a lot of mainland Europe aren't. So there's like a German girl, for example, in our tour, and her friend, she was due to come out either today or tomorrow, and she's not coming, so she's have to change her travel plans. And a couple of people on the group here, some are moving on to Australia or somewhere else in Southeast Asia, and then I think 2 of the girls were supposed to be, after this tour had finished, are going to be staying in Vietnam for the next 2 weeks exploring the north, but due to all of like the main attractions being quarantined, they're just going home. But yeah, I just thought I'd take the time to explain why the last few days for Tash and I in Vietnam are just a bit slow. We're literally just waiting to go now. Tash is back. What have you been up to?
We went to like a temple place. It had like nice bridges, little gardens. That was quite nice. We went to Train Street.
Oh yeah.
Which is basically like a street with like, well, people live either side of basically like a train track. And
did you see a train go through it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. And there was like coffee shops and stuff, so we had lunch there. And just been wandering around. Like, we actually found some really nice shops. I went to like a big indoor market.
Nice.
Yeah.
I walked past that indoor market earlier.
Oh, yeah.
When I went to go get food.
Oh yeah. Been out the whole day.
Did you buy anything?
Yeah.
Let's get a look. Oh, is that for your niece?
For my niece. Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's quite cute, isn't it?
Last day in Hanoi, so we're just gonna go souvenir shopping, and then we check out at 2, taxis at 6, and then airport. Let's go. Just come back from shopping. Just quickly show you what we got. So we've got 3 of these baskets for the van. We're gonna put like 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this is our last lunch before we leave Vietnam. Is there anything you want to say to our group? I've already left.
Miss you guys.
Tash?
Hope you got home safe.
Alright then. At the airport, so we just need to check in. And we're going home. Walking through the airport and spotted these bad boys. And they are cheap. 10,000 is about 33p. So 100, we could say, is that, I don't know what P-U-P-H-U-T, FUT. Put.
If it's minutes.
60 minutes. For 100,000, so £3 you get an hour. I think we should do it.
Oh my god, what's happening?
Passengers
Awesome, my
on
life.
this flight, please board through gate 31.
Ow. Man, they're just like...
Oh.
Are you getting shaken?
It's going do, 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 do.
Nice. Oh, it really tightens your legs, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's aggressive.
I like it.
But not like...
It's on my butt. Oh Christ. It's on my butt. It's on my butt.
Like, that's not nice at all. Still got 10 minutes left.
Yeah, man.
Ow.
Oh Christ. It's going brrrr my butt.
Oh. Some of it's just painful, isn't it?
I was just about to ask, how was it?
It's nice, some of it's nice.
Alright, so we tried this one, and now we're going to try this one. To be honest, what was it again? 20,000? That's like 60p,
Yeah.
66p. That's like the best 66p I've ever spent, swear. Alright, I'm going to get in this one. I think I prefer this one. Is your legs getting squeezed? What is it about spending time in the butt? I want my back down, like.
Oh, it's nice in the back.
Alright, I'm gonna chill for a bit. See you in 11 minutes and 17 seconds. 24 minutes later. If you're ever in Hoi An Airport, the brown one is better than the black one. Let's go get our flight.